How's it going, everybody? Desir here with my round 2 opponent. Looks like I am going against Jackdaw today, but I do want to say, as far as Cosmic Crucible goes, I'm still enjoying it. The defenses keep evolving. That's very good for the game mode. However, right now it does feel like Turtle Season is in full effect. We'll take a look at the defenses and see what I'm talking about there, but first, let's go look at Jackdaw. So Jackdaw is 61 million TCP, he is level 98, so this is going to be a punch down for me. However, he one-shot all of his opponent's rooms on round 1 and his opponent didn't clear one of his rooms. So I have a feeling that he's going to be a very smart opponent, so I have to be very meticulous and make sure I'm very effective with all of my attacks. Let's take a look at his defenses and see how that's going to go. So for stage 1, I'm going against a Sacred Defenders with Super Skrull. They do have the correct ISOs on at this time. Stage 2 is a New Avengers Fury Captain Sam. That's a little different with the Captain Sam in there. Stage 3 is the Infinity Watch. Stage 4 is X-Treme X-Men with Rogue and Black Knight. Stage 5, we have a full Superior 6. And stage 6, I think he just kind of put his leftovers in there that's kind of built up. For stage 1, I'm going to use that Superior 6 with Super Skrull. This does worry me because they do have the correct ISOs on it, and yesterday's matchup, it definitely could have gone south, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful on how I do my attack. So right away, the enemy Super Skrull uses the special on my Super Skrull. My Super Skrull's turn is up. I'm going to target Photon and use the special. That's going to get me a little bit more of a rewind on Ms. Marvel Harlight to where I can take a little bit more of an advantage to where I don't have to worry about the rewind as much. I'm going to use the Lizard Ultimate on the enemy Super Skrull. After seeing that move, I think in the future I'm going to swap the Super Skrull in Kraven, because Kraven does have that safeguard. I don't have to worry about the flip. For my Green Goblin Classic, I used the ultimate to do a rewind. The enemy Super Skrull just did the ultimate and he was above the 50% health, so it didn't hurt as much. I'm going to use the Kraven special on the Robbie. That way I got the ability block on him and I don't have to worry about him doing a special on me. The pings that are coming off of the Green Goblin Classic are really helping this match out. It's doing additional damage to the Super Skrull and adjacent targets while just killing the Black Cat right there. For my Super Skrull turn, I'm going to target Ms. Marvel Harlight. That's going to put the Disrupt on her and still hit Photon, who has that Expose. For Doc Ock, I used the ultimate and I pretty much killed everybody but the Super Skrull. However, that is going to be a double-edged sword because now I can only hit the Super Skrull and I can't really monitor the damage I'm doing to him. So when he drops under that 50% health, he's going to do massive damage to me. I am able to get the Super Skrull ultimate off. He was pretty much full health, so I didn't get the peak damage that I could have done. And as you see right there, the basic alone from that Super Skrull being under the 50% health just killed my Lizard and Doc Ock and almost my Green Goblin Classic. I am able to finish this in a one-shot though, so I am happy about that. For stage 2, I'm just going to use my Pegasus team. I've used this several times against regular New Avengers and New Avenger Fury. This should work the same here. So as always with this matchup, it's a little scary at the start because if they hard target your rescue, it goes downhill very fast. I do make a mistake here. I always tend to use Kestrel's ultimate there, even though Tigra will just evade it. I keep thinking in my head that I'm able to strip the evade, which I can't do. The Captain Sam doing the ultimate there to get additional turn meter to the skill character like Mockingbird was an interesting twist right there. For my Pegasus, I just unload all my ultimates, and as you see, I do massive damage. I already have several of them in the red. Tigra is dead. This matchup goes very quick, which is why I like using Pegasus on any time I see a new Avenger team. For Kestrel's turn, since I still have that special, I'm just going to grab a minion that's between the Fury, Coulson, and Mockingbird. I'm going to use that special, and I do some pretty good damage, and the Mockingbird does bleed out from that. For Ironheart's turn, I'm going to use the special on Captain Sam, and I'm going to do the same with a Darkhawk. The Captain Sam is dead, and now we just have to worry about the Coulson. For stage 3, I'm going to use this team here that Duelim typically uses. So shout out to Duelim for kind of coming up with this composition. You have Vulture to remove the speed up, Mysterio to remove the immunity, and Venom and Gwenom, along with Spider-Man Big Time. For the start of this match, on Vulture's turn, I'm going to target Nebula and use the special. For Spider-Man Big Time, I'm actually going to target Adam Warlock. That's going to remove the revive ones from Adam Warlock and Nebula. The reason I did that is because Gamora's going to go anyways. She's going to use her special. She's going to hit into one of the Sinister Six members, and that's going to remove her own revive ones. So it kind of saves a step. For the Mysterio summons, I'm going to target Moondragon and just use the only ability I have, which are the basics. For Mysterio's turn, I'm going to use that special. That's going to put the ability block on Moondragon and blind on everybody. Looking back at this, I should have probably used that on Nebula. I'm going to target Nebula and use Venom's ultimate to spread. And Vulture's going to use his ultimate, do a nice turn rewind to everybody. And Nebula is dead, so that's one member down. I'm going to use the ability block on Vahl, and here I'm actually going to use the basic on Moondragon because he is a striker. I use Gwenom's ultimate, and the striker attack killed the Moondragon. So I'm already down to 3 members left. I use the ultimate from Mysterio, and now Adam Warlock is dead. I'm going to take out the Vahl. Now I'm going to start working on the Gamora, and she's about to die here. So she actually didn't even get the turn that she typically does. But as you see, this comp made this Infinity Watch very easy. For stage 4, this Black Knight is a 5 red, so I'm just going to go in with Masters of Evil and APOC. I should be able to one-shot this. So right away, Titania's going to go, and I used the special here. I should have actually used the basic. And what you're actually wanting to happen is the crit, because I do have her as a raider. If you switch her to a skirmisher, that's probably going to work better for this comp. Because now I have the vulnerable on him. I'm going to use the special from Kang. So I'm able to put the slow on Nightcrawler. And as you see, the Black Knight is already almost dead. I'm going to target Gambit and use Moonstone's special. I don't think that was really worth it because he's just going to come right out of his stun. I probably should have done that to Rogue instead. Here I'm just going to use the special on the Black Knight from Absorbing Man. And now I'm going to use the basic, which I could have used the special there instead if I would have swapped those abilities around on Titania. She still died from the Retaliate though. I end up using Apocalypse's special on the Black Knight. I was hoping to maybe get like a stun from a Retaliate or something else. I used the basic from Kang, and I actually killed the Black Knight and Nightcrawler off of that. Here I take some pretty good damage from the Rogue and the Gambit pings. So now it's 3 versus 3. I'm able to use Apocalypse's ultimate right here. And I'm going to use the Falcon Punch on the Rogue. She barely lives, as you see. Now I have Kang. I'm going to use his ultimate. And apparently the Gambit does not want to die. I used the ultimate here from Moonstone. So I got a little bit of a turn rewind on them. I'm going to use Apocalypse's basic. And this does end up killing both Rogue and Gambit. Now I use Kang's special to finish it off. Now this did work against the smaller Black Knight. I don't know how this would fare against a bigger Black Knight. For stage 4, I wanted to try this composition out. It's Undying, Doom, Quicksilver. I was hoping, if anything, I could at least kill the Green Goblin Classic with the Quicksilver. So let's see what happens. For the start of this matchup, the enemy Green Goblin Classic is going to use his ultimate. That is a turn rewind to everybody, but it still kills one of the Gregs, so they get a turn rewind of their own. However, the pings from the Green Goblin Classic do too much damage for me right now. The Scarlet Witch, I am going to use the ultimate here. That will put a defense down on everyone. And here you see the ping back from the Green Goblin Classic almost killed my Doom. I'm still able to use his ultimate, but the ping right here kills the Doom and the zombie Juggernauts. They didn't get to do anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do as much damage as I can to the Green Goblin Classic and burn as many abilities as possible. I'm thinking I'm going to have to pull my Dorm off of defense so I can add him as a 5th in here and maybe take the zombie Iron Man out and fit somebody else in, like maybe the Quicksilver there. I'm going to play around with this a little bit. I need to find a way to find an efficient one-shot for the Superior 6 because everybody is starting to add them to defense more. I wanted to test out Hive Mind as the follow-up attack on this. I'm thinking the enemy lizard will go first. A few of their guys might, but I might be able to swing it back around in my favor. So as I thought, the enemy lizard's going to go first because I am Spider-Verse. The Green Goblin Classic's just going to use its basic. I do have my Void Knight. I'm going to use the ultimate on the lizard because he does have that taunt. I don't get the ability block on him because of the Green Goblin Classic. Here the Kraven ultimate just decimated my team, and the Doc Ock doing the ultimate pretty much finished it. So I'm going to back out and try a different team. I was planning to use the New Warriors elsewhere, but I need to use it here, and hopefully I can finish this team off after the sack. So the Green Goblin Classic is going to go first. He hits in the middle and takes some evades off. I'm going to target the Kraven and use Gwenpool's special. And now I'm going to use the ultimate from Firestar and get a nice turn rewind on the Lizard, Kraven, and Doc Ock. I'm going to use Deathpool's special. That's going to spread those negative effects. Right here, Cloak is going to use that ultimate and get a lot of negative effects out there. Dagger's going to target Lizard and use the special to chain across the field. The Gwenpool is going to use her ultimate. This will kill Kraven, and Deathpool will get a ping to kill the Doc Ock and an extra ping on Lizard. Right here, Spider Slayer is going to use his ultimate, and that's going to kill my Cloak and actually bring back a Doc Ock. However, I'm not too worried about it because I'm actually in control of this matchup still. Firestar is going to use the special on Lizard. That's going to flip some of the positive effects. Deathpool, I wanted basic because I actually want to save that ultimate for a higher value target. Right here, the Green Goblin Classic using the special on Deathpool did worry me. I was afraid that she was going to die from that. So right there, I am able to kill the Green Goblin Classic. I'm going to turn my attention to the Spider Slayer now. He's the main damage dealer that is left standing. The Deathpool was able to live, so I'm going to use her ultimate, kill the Doc Ock. The ping kills the Spider Slayer, and I got the W. I was very happy with the way the New Warriors handled the cleanup on this attack. For stage 6, there's really no team composition right here, so I'm just going to go in with my Eternals, Tangled Web, and Namor. For 2099, I'm just going to target Vahl and use the ultimate. That will get a vulnerable on there. Weaver, I'm going to use the ultimate. That's going to get the stun as well as trauma on Vahl. For Icarus, I'm going to use the ultimate, get a turn rewind on everybody. And I got a double tap, so it's pretty lucky on there. Cersei, I'm going to use the ultimate as well to do another turn rewind. The Dark Phoenix is out, uses the special, but the Weaver saved me. Namor's going to use the ultimate. That's going to get another turn rewind out there. I do put an ability block on Captain America. That's going to stop him from doing a taunt. The Weaver, I targeted the Peggy to do the special. I want to make sure she was dead so she couldn't heal up the Captain America. And as you see, I'm just kind of blowing through this. It was a very quick, easy attack with all the turn rewinds. And here's the score. I lost by 10 points. This was a pretty close matchup. It looked like the stage 5, me failing that second attack where I tried Hive Mind as a cleanup attack is what costed me this. The score was 49-344 to 49-334. So congrats to you, Jack Door. Let's take a look at the efficiency scores. For stage 1, I got a 9 and a 16. I was pretty happy with the one shot on this room. For stage 2, I got a 19 and a 19 with my Pegasus. For stage 3, I got a 20 and a 13. I was very happy with that against Infinity Watch. For stage 4, I got a 9 and a 17. I was very happy with that score since that was the X-Treme, X-Men, Rogue, and Black Knight. This was the stage that pretty much cost me the match. The first attack failed. I went in with Hive Mind and that did terrible. New Warriors did pretty good with a 12 and a 12 for the efficiency. In the future, I now know I can use New Warriors as my follow-up attack to Superior 6. For stage 6, I got a 20 and an 18. As for my opponent, they got a 17 and an 18 by using Masters of Evil into my Secret Defenders. For stage 2, they got a 20 and an 18. For stage 3, they used Darkhold into my Infinity Watch and only got an 8 and a 0, so that held up really good. My stage 4 held up again. They used an interesting comp for the first hit where it was Apocalypse with Echo. They dropped the second one and backed out, then went back in with Hive Mind. This got them a 19 and a 13. For stage 5, they got a 20 and a 21 into my Darkhold. And for stage 6, they used new warriors into my Hero Asgard dorm, and that got them a 20/20. So even though I lost this matchup by that 10 points, I got some valuable information that I can use in my later Cosmic Crucible battles. I know how I can handle that stage 1 with the Secret Defender Super Skrull, that stage 4 with the X-Treme X-Men Rogue Black Knight, and now I have a better knowledge of how to handle that Superior 6 in stage 5. Hopefully you guys were able to pull some information away as well. As always, please remember to like and subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful rest of the day.